I talked about trust. You know, Stephen M.R. Covey said that the lack of trust is a tax that slows things down and makes them more expensive. And the way you earn trust is by being honest, the last cornerstone we covered, and by being reliable. And that means that you do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, to the very best of your ability, at the quality level somebody else deserves to expect from you. That is reliability. How can you trust somebody who's not reliable? In marketing, there's an old saying that says, under promise and over deliver. That helps you be more reliable. If you have delivered more than you promised ahead of schedule, you gain a reputation for being reliable. Now that means that you have the ability to estimate, and you have to be able to estimate two things. What is your promise going to take in terms of time, and what is your ability to deliver? Now I don't know about you, but I personally find myself chronically overcommitted because I overestimate what I'm capable of doing, and I underestimate what it's going to take to, for example, do a 60 module video series on the 12 core action values. And you've probably heard that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I don't believe that at all. I think you ought to have lots of good intentions, far more good intentions than you can ever fulfill. If there is a road to hell, and I'm not sure there is, but if there is, it's paved with anything, it would be broken promises, not good intentions. Now, what are the enemies of reliability? This is very important in today's world. There are two things that will cause you to not be reliable and thus to compromise your integrity. And the first is procrastination. The more you put things off, the more you procrastinate, the less reliable you're going to be. My favorite definition of procrastination is this. It is putting off to tomorrow what you should be doing today so that you constantly end up living with yesterday's work, yesterday's challenges. The second thing that will compromise your ability to be reliable is debt. Now, debt is simply the financial equivalent of procrastination. It's spending money you don't have. My favorite definition of a credit card. A piece of plastic that you use to buy things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't know. Those two things, procrastination and debt, challenge your reliability. And I'm going to share with you three-word phrases that can help you always be more reliable. And the first, you've probably heard it in the drug war, just say no. If you're given an opportunity to do something that is not a key priority, or you're not sure how long it's going to take, just say no. Thank you, I'd love to be on your committee, I don't have the time. Before you turn on the TV, just say no. I have more important things to do. Second is, do it now. Or in the memorable phrase of Brian Tracy, who wrote a book by this title, eat that frog. First thing in the morning, take your ugliest, most hideous task, doing your taxes, whatever it is, and do it now. Eat the frog. Nothing worse will happen all day. And finally is direction deflection question, which we've talked about before on the earlier modules. Is what I'm about to do going to help me fill in the blank, achieve my goals, manage my time more effectively, manage my money more effectively? Using direction deflection questions will help you be more reliable. And finally, Steve Pressfield wrote a wonderful book on creativity that's really about much more than creativity. It's about authenticity and courage. And in that book, it's called The War of Art. It's about overcoming the inner blocks that prevent you from living your most creative life. And in that book, he says the solution is to turn pro. And by turn pro, he does not necessarily mean join a profession, be it a doctor or something. And he doesn't even necessarily mean getting paid for it. He means every single day you pick up your lunchbox and you show up at work and you do your best job. Whether you feel good or bad, if it's raining or sunny, you show up for work. Turn pro. That is the secret to being reliable. Honesty and reliability, the first two cornerstones of integrity. If you don't have those two, you're at risk of losing everything. Next, we'll talk about humility. So I'll see you then.
Reggie, Kate, You haven't returned your library books, and I was depending on you.
We'll take them back, Mom, in a minute.
Why must you procrastinate?
Procrastinate? What's that?
Waiting for a later time to do what you are supposed to do now.
But sometimes I don't like to do what I have to do. I'd rather do what I want to do.
Kate, when a job has to be done, putting it off only makes it harder.
Oh, Mom, that's what you always say.
Only because it's right, Reggie. Someday you'll learn how important dependability is.
Doing what you're taught to do, ought to do, got to do. Doing what you promised to, when you say you'll do it, that's dependability. That's dependability. D-E-P-E-N-ability helps you face responsibility. D-E-P-E-N-ability shows that you're prepared. D-E-P-E-N-ability lends to your respectability. Everyone should, everyone could be dependable. Being where you say you'll be,
On the dot, punctually.
never late.
Not you. Not me.
That's all there is to it. That's dependability. That's dependability. D-E-P-E-N-ability helps you face responsibility. D-E-P-E-N-ability shows that you're prepared. D-E-P-E-N-ability lends to your respectability. Everyone should, everyone could be dependable.
I guess we should try to be more dependable, even though I don't see what all the fuss is about. I don't think dependability is that important. Reggie, I don't think you should have said that. What's going on? Where are we? Don't look now, but I think we're in a spaceship in outer space and we're not alone.
Captain Dependable, we're being invaded. Professor Un and his awful henchmen are everywhere. They're trying to take command of our ship, sir.
So, the wicked Professor Un has found us. Secure the airlocks. Alarm systems to code 10. Nothing to worry about, crew. This is Captain Dependable. And everything is under control. I'm Captain Dependable. You can always count on me. I'm Captain Dependable. I come through as you will see. Should someone need me, never fear. Almost like magic, I'll appear. I'm not just intendable, Captain Dependable, that's me.
Magic? No. Brains. There's the secret compartment. Open it. Here they are. Captain Dependable's Do It Now wafers. Now let's get back to the escape hatch, Princess. That procrastinate seems to have affected more than Captain Dependable. Nobody's doing what they're supposed to. This spaceship is a mess. It's a good thing our chemical makeup is different from this clue's. The procrastinate doesn't affect us.
Princess Katrina, how did you get back here?
Captain Dependable, am I glad to see you. Here, eat this.
Okay, as soon as I get around to it.
No, eat it now.
All right, if I have to. Oh my, that tastes very much like a do-it-now wafer. It is, I can feel it. I'm Captain Dependable. You can always count on me. I'm Captain Dependable. I come through as you will see. Should someone need me, never fear. Almost like magic, I'll appear. I'm not just intendable, Captain Dependable, that's me. Where's a lifeline? Someone called for a lifeline.
That's already been taken care of, Captain.
There must be something that needs to be done.
Here comes Professor An. Don't let him see us.
What a disgusting mess this ship is. Things out of place, work undone. We're off course. Oh, I love it.
Not so fast, Professor Un.
Captain Dependable.
With emphasis on the dependable. Take your undependable crew and leave this ship immediately. Dependability triumphs again.
Before that do-it-now wafer wears off, Captain, I'm going to get rid of this procrastinite. Let's put it in a rocket booster and send it to the deepest, darkest part of the galaxy. 3, 2, 1, fire!
And now, Prince Reginald and Princess Katrina, I present you this ship's highest award for dependability above and beyond the call of duty. You were where you said you'd be. You get 100 in dependability. You did what you said you'd do. You're dependable through and through. You were prompt, you came on time.
Being dependable's a habit of mine. You can put your trust in me.
You get 100.
I get 100.
You get 100 in dependability.
I was where I said I'd be. I get 100 in dependability. I did what I said I'd do. I'm dependable through and through. I was prompt, I came on time. Being dependable's a habit of mine. You can put your trust in me. I get 100. I get 100 in dependability.
Reggie, we're back. We're home again. Mom, you wouldn't believe where we've been.
Weren't you saying something about dependability being unimportant?
Don't say it, Mom. Don't even think it. We've changed. From now on, you'll be amazed how dependable we'll be. Better than the captain himself. Come on, Kate. Let's take these books back.
Now remember.
Straight home, straight aim, straight arrow. I'm
In a small village, there lived two friends whose names were Sethu and Madhavan. These two lived in the nearby streets and were always found together. One day,
Madhava, there is a festival going on in our nearby village. We will go.
Wait, let me tell my mom and come.
Madhavan went and told his mom and came back.
Let's go. My mom told me that we should go safely and return home.
Both of them started walking in the jungle.
Madhava, come fast.
Then, all of a sudden, they heard some noise.
What's that noise, Sethu?
Hey, this looks like the voice of a bear.
They looked towards the direction from where the noise was coming. They saw a bear coming.
Madhava, the bear is coming towards us. Climb the tree fast because the bear does not know how to climb a tree.
Hey, Sethu, I do not know how to climb a tree.
Sethu started climbing the tree.
Please help me.
While Madhavan was pleading like this, The bear came nearer to the tree.
Oh God, what shall I do now? The bear is coming near me.
All of a sudden, Madhavan remembered what his teacher had said once in the class. He suddenly laid himself on the ground and acted as if he was dead. The bear came near him. It first smelled him, then went round and round and sniffed against his face. Then the bear went back the way it had come. Once the bear left, Sethu, who was watching all this, climbed down the tree and came near his friend.
Madhava, please get up. The bear has left. Please wake up.
Madhavan got up.
Madhava, I could see the bear telling something in your ears. What did it say?
It said that a friend who does not stand by you in times of need is not at all a friend.
Sethu bowed his head out of shame. Madhavan walked alone back to his home.
Keep away from opportunists.